Hi everyone, this is my first discussion post for week number 4. Um, so the leader or supervisor of mine that I chose to do this discussion about is the Senior Director of Diversity at Emporia State. They directly oversee my role, as well as the Director of Diversity Student Programs and the Gender and Equity Studies program at Emporia State. So they cover a few different areas, student affairs related, but also academic related as well. So I think that's something really interesting about the hierarchy or the organization chart at Emporia State. I guess to start this off, some other duties that they take on are advocacy. They will go and they are actually a part of the president's leadership team. So they report directly to the president and have direct contact day after day in meetings with this individual. So they have a good relationship, a good rapport, you could say, and can be quite effective in their messaging and how they approach advocating certain programs and things like that to the president. They also, in some cases, go and speak at KBOR for similar reasons, sometimes even in support of funding, things like that. And also the Senior Director of Diversity at Emporia State is kind of desired to have a closer relationship with students than a lot of the other what they would call a leadership team at Emporia State. So the Senior Director of Diversity, as well as the Senior Director of Enrollment and Student Success, individuals like that are all a part of this leadership team. And so that brings me to some of the leadership styles and effective techniques that I think that my supervisor uses. So my supervisor's leadership style is quite laissez-faire. I'm the only staff member kind of in my office. It's a one staff office, honestly. And so there's not a lot of decisions that have to be spread across multiple people, where maybe a senior position overseeing the other directors would have to come in and kind of talk through some of these decisions. The decisions are all on me. And I'm given that freedom kind of by my supervisor, but to be honest, it's one of my favorite parts of my job is that I'm able to get things done how I see them fit, but at the same time, it would be nice to be working with a few other individuals. I think my supervisor's flexibility is also a really important trait to highlight. For example, earlier this week, there had been a day that I had gotten really emotionally drained and even slightly sick. And so I explained this to my supervisor, and even though there were things that needed to be done. They were able to find some alternate individuals to come present at different events that were happening on campus, and so they were willing to work with me on some things and give me the rest that I need to continue to be an effective employee and go in and do my job well every day. Really quick, I guess I wanted to touch on a couple of things that I think my supervisor could be doing ineffectively. I think one of them was my staff orientation. I don't think I was given a lot of direction or a lot of guidance in how to complete a lot of my tasks, and so I kind of had to, it was kind of trial by fire. I kind of had to just go in and do it wrong until I learned how to do it right, which is understandable. It is, I am the first person to ever have the position that I hold at Emporia State, so it kind of comes with the territory, but at the same time there are some red tape that I wish were explained to me a little bit better, and things like that. And then I also think I think my supervisor could be a little bit more hands-on. I appreciate the freedom, but I would like just a little bit more direction sometimes, and so that can be kind of interesting to think about. But that's my experience. Thanks.